It started at Coalescence Singapore
Oh,
in
en ny
2070,
kampanj.
10 years after the disaster. After virus 6115 began its spread. After the dead began to walk the earth. We'd lost comms with John Taylor's squad, another undead extermination team. Dead killers, we were called. Their cybernetic augmentations, we were impossible to infect. We were trained to terminate the undead. Hendricks was on edge. We were in a quarantine zone, one of many walled-off areas separating humanity from the undead, built to keep the virus and the infected behind their wall, away from the rest of us. The undead weren't our only concern. The 54 Immortals, a local combine who remained in the containment zone, were aware of Taylor's activity. This place was the epicenter of the epidemic. The 2060 Coalescence disaster created the cursed world we lived in today. Any activity at this site would set off alarm bells. Either way, our troubles were only just beginning.
Zombies och soldiers. What the fuck? Hur kom zombiesarna dit? Jag var helt ensam här uppe.
Either way, our troubles were only just beginning.
Norrköping. Två. Ja, och ettan. Ettan är namnfigur skrev. Ja. Det var så skrev nya också. Jag hade PSV som kom bort för bakom. Vad gör du då, Kat?
Jag spelar någon slags kampanjbana som kallas Nightmare. En mix av zombies och soldiers.
We should have known that the ASP was in place. If we were going to bring it down, we need to disable his shield and find a rocket launcher. Hendricks had a bad feeling about this. He wasn't the only one. I knew we shouldn't be there.
Okej, det är lättare att döda, men det... Helvete svårare när det lägger till zombies och det där. Nightmare, nightmare.
Coalescence. Enhance yourself for a better tomorrow. They'd been the forefront of technology, always wanting to improve the individual, the future of you.
What happened? What went wrong?
The Coalescence disaster happened. Virus 6115 spread throughout Singapore and strains popped up all over the world. Governments built these quarantine zones to house the undead. A way for the populace to ignore what was happening. 10 years on, and it had worked. We put it out of mind. Ignorance was bliss.
Och jag hittar ett nytt objekt som ska pickas upp.
What was so special about this operation?
It was supposed to be by the books. 5 years after our cybernetic augmentations, Hendricks and I were a well-oiled machine. Quarantine sweeps, recon, search and rescue. It's just what dead killers do. But we'd never been sent after one of our own before. John Taylor's systems had gone quiet. With our direct neural interface, we're hardwired into Winslow Accord servers. Observation knew if you were dead or alive. For Taylor to be neither, that was unusual. We located an EMF source and uploaded it to Central. It was a 54 immortal audio log, detailing unusual activity coming from the server room at the lowest level of the building. It couldn't have been more than a week old. Probably why Taylor's team had been sent to investigate. Hendricks activated a recon drone to scan for life. We picked up a signal coming from far below. As we stood there in the atrium, I felt like Alice. And we were about to jump down the rabbit hole.
Okej, Alice snackar. Man är någon annan nu just.
Our drone picked up activity ahead. We should have known we weren't alone down here.
Insane kill. OMG. Det nytt vapen hoppas jag det.
Ja, det är en OS. Ja, det är den först. Jag köpte ju alla personer precis. För att svara. Ända fram hit. De här 2. Plus de här 3 fanns med. Jag var på en sån här föredrag på Stockholm, Södertälje. Så fick jag, när jag bodde i våra föredrag, så fick jag reda på att det finns Södertälje, Västertälje, Östertälje och Norrtälje. Norrtälje och Östertälje. Så att det ska vara Västertälje ihop. Det ställde där fanns också. Det var jävligt pengar.
When man fled the virus, they left behind thousands of active robots. Machinery abandoned with one directive: kill the dead. Years later, they're still killing. But with decrepit programming, somehow humans had been added to their kill list, indistinguishable from our brainless counterparts. The strange behavior was observed in multiple quarantine zones. Another nuisance for us to deal with while on recon. We moved on.
Och man får bara ett vapen förresten Simon i det här missionet.
We reached the
också.
silo's floor, but the signal came from lower still. Below coalescence.
Firestone Champions 2016. The road to Firestone Champions. Jävla större fotsteg för exempel.
Jag vet. Wow! Andra gången de fick mig.
Silo's floor, but the signal came from lower still. Below coalescence.
Wow! Det var högt. Wow, man tål bara 2 skott om man... Det här är
Silo's
realist.
floor, but the signal came from lower still. Below coalescence.
Det här var fan roligt men jobbigt. Vart som fan kan du stänga av ljudet på? Det var som ett hot med ljudet från Hearthstone.
Jag har inte igång utan. Jag har ljud på Spotify.
Nej, det tar upp massiv jävla internet. Nej, just nu inte har det.
Did you have any inkling of what waited for you?
No. In hindsight, we should have put it together. But the fact of the matter, that day was supposed to be like any other.
Oh wow! De har verkligen gjort det så mycket svårare.
Did you have any inkling of what waited for you?
No. In hindsight, we should have put it together. But the fact of the matter, that day was supposed to be like any other.
What did you find below Coalescence?
A CIA black project. Project Corvus. Unknown to the world, and unknown to most people in the know. As off the record as it got. A redacted footnote in Langley's history book. Part of me wishes we just turned back.
Why?
It would have been easier. For me. For Hendricks. For the world.
Is it such a bad thing? To want to be blissfully ignorant in the face of daunting adversity?
We didn't have a choice.
Those who find fate thrust upon them rarely do.
Wow.
Ja, till den så för. Ja, det var fel.
Så du känner att du gör fel?
Jag gjorde fel där. Jag la ut någon fel ordning. När jag lagt ut den här först hade jag fått en med attack.
Okej.
Let me change your mind.
Ah, you bastard! Oh,
The human testing lab.
din kärring.
What awaited you there?
We found
Nightmare!
the
Nightmare!
cause of the disaster.
You are certain of this?
We didn't have the full picture. Not yet. But this was the source. We knew coalescence was where the virus originated, but residue of 6115 in the air left no doubt. This was where it all began. When the disaster happened, hundreds of thousands died instantly. And they were the lucky ones. Because when the rest of Singapore inhaled 6115, they changed. From the living into the living dead.
Fan.
These test subjects, they were linked together, connected with a direct neural interface. Their minds hardwired into the central server. Hendricks didn't like what he saw. You knew something was wrong. The same tech in our own heads made us what we were. It was down here in this room. We didn't know what happened. The data didn't lie. Man did what man always does, playing God, fucking everything up. We, the CIA, man, we created these things. We changed the world.
How do you mean, change the world?
The Winslow Accord and the Common Defense Pact. We'd been engaged in a Cold War for nearly a decade. 6115 changed that. When the dead walked among us, we set aside our differences. For all of your conflicts, you and your enemy had two things in common. You're both human, and you both want to stay that way.
Was this the source of the signal?
No, but it looked like Taylor had come through. Our answers were still further down.
Jag kan dra upp sina menar. Därför... Nej. Ja, faktiskt. Jag är snälla på. Ja, men den kan leva lite till. Ja, nice.
orättvist! Jag hoppar fel med min jävla hopp så att jag dog. Nu springer jag rätt ifrån. Ja, det är verkligen roligt. Men jobbigt något åt helvete.
Så kommer vi dit. Ligger helt utanför New York.
Wow! Nu har jag lärt mig om det. Wow, stå aldrig stilla i en rad som sägs som exploderar. Wow! Vad jag hatar det här spelet nu. Alltså... Ja, det var så jag slog.
Det är ingen bra start. Bara fint.
When you found the server room, did you have any idea what you would uncover?
We couldn't have known. We found Sebastian Diaz. One of Taylor's. Another dead killer. Our friend. He'd linked himself to the CIA server. connected directly with the Winslow Accord systems. He was deactivating defenses for the undead quarantine zones all over the world. The massive walls containing the spread, keeping us from the undead. Deactivating the defenses would let the flesh-eating hordes loose upon the living. It would end humanity. We had to stop it. The only way to stop him now was by destroying the server.
Bara. Ja. Det är två planer fram där.
Wow. Jag minns när jag körde generatoren, du vet den där datorn. Jag kan berätta att det finns någon som kallas Nightmare som är värre. Och det är zombiesar på den då. Och du får bara random vapen. Jag reportar. Japp. Och nu fick jag skitvapen.
Varför jag kommer hit vet du?
Nej, jag random tog upp ett vapen och trodde jag skulle vara bättre, men nej, se här. Håller du med om att det var skit? Ett skott bara. Okej, den gör 2 skott kill. Det duger väl, men annars resten.
Jag får där borta. Jag får alltid vara tvungen att ha en.
Men jag snart inte får ett nytt vapen där galen. Och det säger jag inte på grund av att ha ett vapen. Jag säger på grund av att en sniper så skjuter ett skott som tar tid. Okej, du kan använda den där bra om du kan aima bra, men hallå, du kastar och du är jagad och zombies samtidigt. Lite svårare. Jag har dött kanske 5 gånger. Ett par gånger mer. Om ett tag kan jag göra. Jag ska bara completa det här uppdraget.
Ja. Ja, det blir kyckling där också på kvällen här.
Your friend.
Jag ska kyckling.
He left us no choice.
Ja, men
Hendrix
man
wasn't
kyckling,
happy
ja.
and let Diaz know that.
Ah,
He'd
det var det
unleashed
då.
the dead upon the world.
Så vi kan göra.
Hendrix
Till.
knew what
Ah.
he had to do.
You needed to find out what he knew. What he knew about Taylor.
Interfacing with Diaz and accessing his memories was the only way to find him.
Body shot.
Knowing what you know about the NI, interfacing would surely kill him.
That didn't matter. We had to know. Had I known what it would do to Hendrix. From the interface, Hendrix learned Taylor was trying to get out of Singapore. There wouldn't be much time before we'd be too late.
Tell me about the name. The name Hendrix learned.
The name. Deimos. The demigod of dread and terror. Hendrix, myself, we had no idea what it meant. But Taylor's team was obsessed with it. But more importantly, we learned our arrival on site wasn't a secret. We had company. Go Julan, leader of the 54 Immortals. The Winslow Accord had no quarrel with them. To their credit, they had no idea we were down there. Had they known... Well, I'm not sure things would have gone any differently. The Immortals had worried for years about another outbreak. This was the final straw, and contamination was a risk they weren't willing to take.
Wow.
They blew the supports and let the ocean flood the building. We needed to haul ass and get the hell out of there.
Vad roligt det är när man springer runt och bara håller ett vapen. Man bara kan skjuta ett skott på avstånd. Och det är random om den träffar inte. Men det som är positivt är att jag kan använda att jag kan slå nu. Alltid ska det ringa